Alright people, if you haven't seen my first two videos, let me give you the rundown. This is the Minecraft Crafting Nuzlocke, a challenge of my own creation with help from my buddy Shinx and Armor. The idea stems from the Pokemon Nuzlocke, a challenge in which every time one of your Pokemon is knocked out, it is gone forever. In my Minecraft crafting variation of this challenge, you're not losing Pokemon, you're losing materials. Every time you use anything to craft, that item can never be used to craft again. You take golden sticks to make a pickaxe and you're never making another gold tool again. That's it. And that applies for every single individual crafting ingredient. Diamonds, wheat, planks, and obviously the goal here is to beat the Ender Dragon at the end of the game with these restrictions in place. If you want to see a full rundown of all the rules, check the link in the description to my Google Doc explaining it all. And if you want to see my previous attempts at this, feel free to check the playlist link there too. Now, in my last 5 attempts, I have not yet made it to the end during the challenge. I've beaten the Nether and I've even gathered Eyes of Ender, but despite my best efforts, completing this challenge is something I've actually yet to do. So, when I started planning out my next attempt, I knew there was no way I'd be giving up before I made it face to face with that dragon, no matter what the game threw at me. But little did I know just how much the game would end up throwing at me. So, I'll stop teasing y'all. My name is Hunter Yes Hunter No, and welcome back to another round of the Minecraft Crafting Nuzlocke. Oh, it has been a long time since I've even picked up Bedrock, but here we are, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this. Now, I actually completed 2 runs for this video, attempts number 6 and 7, and while I originally planned to showcase both runs in their full edited and scripted form for your enjoyment, run 7 was way longer than expected and far more important to this video. So instead, enjoy this brief montage from the warm-up run. Don't forget, rule number 1 of the Crafting Nuzlocke, get a bed. Bundle? Can you put a bundle in a bundle? That feels wrong. What was I talking about? I was talking about sticks. I was talking about sticks. Sticks. Yo, my favorite rock band from the... Never mind. Oh, you're stuck in a... Ah, look at that. He's stuck in a thingy. Imagine forgetting what you'd crafted in a Crafting Nuzlocke. Couldn't be me. Things are looking good at the moment. Things are looking pretty good at the moment. They're looking pretty good, if you know what I'm saying. My brothers, may I join the council? This is one of those biomes that spawn 0 structures. You serve 0 purpose. Good bit of boat stuff. Everybody loves a good bit of boat stuff. It's like my buddy Alex always says. Everybody loves a bit of boat stuff. Anybody else remember Club Penguin? Club Penguin was a good time. Making a leather chest plate to protect my booty. That's not my booty. That's everything but my booty protected. No, who took it? Who took it? You're dead to me. And there you go, attempt number 6 and all of its 5 minutes of fame. But that's okay, because this run was really just a warm-up. See, the first 2 videos were an experiment to see if this challenge was even hypothetically beatable. I wasn't seriously trying to beat it, but just see if it was possible. Those runs had happened in May of 2024, and at the time of this recording, it was now exactly 1 year later, May 2025. I knew the challenge could be beaten, and I knew I had it in me. I was no longer just trying to prove the Nuzlocke was possible, I needed to show you that I could beat it myself. And with that thought in mind, I started up... Snowy again? I've got so many snowy seeds while doing this challenge, it's kind of annoying at this point. Ice spikes is cool. Oh, hot dang! It's not a lie to say I've gotten a ton of very cold spawn points over the course of this challenge. It was a recurring theme at this point, with my 1st and 5th runs both starting out in a very similar place to where I was now. Okay, rule number 1 of the Nuzlocke, make a bed. Make a bed as soon as possible, or find a bed. Stealing. Stealing is Pog. Rule number 2 of the Nuzlocke, stealing is Pog. You know the drill by now. Nothing to see around where I spawned, so I ran off into the sunrise, searching for a village. We're straight up in the Nuz, locking it. She Nuz on my lock, she lock on my Nuz, she locked on. Also, we need these. Very important for the Nuzlocke. Every time I've succeeded, I've had an orange bed. I've never succeeded. Orange bed is a key factor in these Nuzlocks, obviously. Rule number 1, get a bed. Rule number 2, it must be orange. Rule number 3, stealing is Pog. Oh, and get used to hearing those rules over the course of this run. I did not forget a single one. We gotta keep these rules in our mind, you know? Ooh, that is both fantastic and also dangerous, so depending on what's in this village over here, that may be our next stop. Polar bears, I hate them, and I wish they weren't in the game. What if I just whack its butt? Is it gonna chase me into the village, do you think? That was probably the dumbest thing I could have done. Oh, he do be chasing me. He do be chasing me. I put some steaks on it. What can I say? Put some steaks on the grill. Wait, this is gonna be really hard to loot this village now. That might have been the dumbest thing I could have done. Wait, both bears are on me. I'm gonna get mauled by a bear. That's how this run's gonna end. Hey, Iron Golem, can you, kill some bears for me? These guys are harassing me. That was a bad idea. Hey, rule number 4, don't punch polar bears. Guys, new rule just dropped. Blacksmith, blacksmith, blacksmith. Side note here, I've said it before and I'll say it again. Polar bears are such a dumb mob. With no good drops and no farmability, what's the point of them? They're just a coin flip hostile mob, and usually I forget they're even in the game until I come across one. There's 3 of them now?! Whatever. I managed to escape these stupid things by breaking out the walls of a blacksmith and fled the village with the bears in hot pursuit. I'm gonna have to watch my back. We're gonna get to the end and the polar bears are gonna be there. Alright, there was that pillager outpost up on the hill. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do some reconnaissance, because I have lost to pillager outposts before, and it's been very sad and very not pog. But see, secretly, I'm playing on peaceful. Oh, no, they've seen me, they've seen me, they've seen me, we're out of there. Nope, we ain't messing around. We ain't messing around. Rule number 5, don't mess around. Don't mess around, don't find out. That's it. That's the rules of the Nuzlocke. Rule number 1, make a bed. Rule number 2, make sure it's orange. Rule number 3, stealing is pog. Rule number 4, don't punch a polar bear. Rule number 5, don't frick around, don't find out. Oh, I just remembered. We gotta get these crafts out of the way. We're done. Yellow dye. No, I wanted yellow dye and then orange bed. Whew, priorities. Rule number 2, is this what Alaska looks like? I've never been to Alaska, but I've been told... No, this is Canada. This is Canada. Empty, lame, and full of snow. I just insulted all of Canada. I don't actually mean that. I got nothing against Canada. If the polar bears hadn't been chasing me, I would have gotten more food back in that village. But I was being chased by polar bears, and that is not my fault, because rule number 4, don't punch polar bears. I would never punch a polar bear. Yo, another village. Wait. Oh, okay. Pog. Stealing is pog. Rule number 3, stealing is pog. Stealing is pog, and stealing I did. Nabbing more blacksmith loot and checking trades, I had a slight heart attack after punching a villager. What are you? You're a nitwit. Ah, I shouldn't have punched him. Actually, we chilling. We're okay. And continued on to grab a carved pumpkin and some decently cheap armor. Okay, an iron helmet, and also more iron boots. You know what, sir? I will take your finest axe. Thank you. Man, this is a crappy axe. Finally, I found my way out of the snowy lands we'd spawned in, and took a quick moment to check my inventory. I also have 13 obsidian. I did notice that earlier, I just forgot to bring it up. 13 obsidian is more than enough for a portal, and that scares me. Top 10 things Riley couldn't do. Number 1, this. I don't know why I'm dissing on Riley. Riley helped me write the rules to this Nuzlocke. Like, my homie helped me out with this. I don't know. I have nothing but respect for Riley. I should actually stop making it sound like I don't. Joey, on the other hand, that Joey, he's a guy that I know. Not sure why I took this moment to make fun of my fellow Poggies, but really anything to keep me sane was a good thing. See, we were only 20 minutes into the run at this point, but the flashbacks were starting to set in. I'd spent hours searching for structures in past runs. Who was to say that it wouldn't turn out the same this time? Oh. That's a ruined portal, isn't it? Alright, a crown of protection, a golden apple, efficiency lodestone, I'm taking those, and a fire charge in flint and steel. Alright, we now have full access to the nether. I have a crafting table. We're gonna burn the first wood type, the stripped spruce log. Not the spruce log, just the stripped spruce log. Alright, so stripped wood has been converted into spruce. Planks? Yes. Words are hard, and my brain is small. But it's okay, because other things are bigger. To keep this section brief, let me summarize this journey in one sentence. Nothing happened. Wow, okay, and there's a frickin' mountain. Hello? Alright, somebody's got an ego. Jeez, showing off much? I see a blacksmith. Let's go. Crabrave? Crabrave. Upon reaching the 3rd village of this run, I located an armorsmith offering an iron chestplate, arguably the best armor piece. And just as I was moving to gather emeralds to trade this guy... Okay, look at the good stuff here. So I altered my plans, locating a weaponsmith instead who was offering an enchanted iron sword. I quickly got to work gathering trading goods. Maybe a little too quickly. Okay, this might be wild. Let's do it. Burning up another crafting recipe for paper? Well, that was a big frickin' waste. What do you trade for? What are you're a wheat type. If I had some hay bales, then that'd be a great option. What about you, sir? You are a beetroot guy. You're a pervert. Leather. I guess I can make some leather pants now. There's literally no reason not to. So I've at least got a full set of armor. Even if it's not great armor, it's still armor. You know, armor is armor. Do I go back to the pillager outpost? Is that a stupid idea? Go all the way back to the pillager outpost and get a good crossbow? Let's do this. What we're going to do is we're going to get ourselves just a little bit of stripped oak wood. Alright, the stripped variant. And we're going to make ourselves a shield. Just get it out of the way. Shield. Done. Maybe we just go to the nether. I don't know, like... Is that it? Is that the play? Let's wander a little bit more. Let's wander. You know, this isn't a speed run. I'm not exactly going for speed here. You don't go into the... One does not simply walk into the nether. You know, rule numbers... What are we on? 6? Rule number 1, make a bed. Rule number 2, make sure it's orange. Rule number 3, stealing is pog. Rule number 4, don't punch a polar bear. Rule number 5, don't frick around, don't find out. Rule number 6, one does not simply walk into the nether. Oh, coal. Now, if there was anything I'd learned from past attempts, aside from the obvious, it was that trading was the biggest clutch in the entire game. So yeah, I stopped and gathered coal. I was already carrying tons of crops and other odd things that low-level villagers like. If we can find another blacksmith, I mean, that of course relies on us finding another blacksmith, and if you watch the first episode of this, you know that blacksmiths are, a commodity. If we do, like, it'd be worth having things to trade for more emeralds to then potentially get, like, a decent sword or an axe. Or a girlfriend. I have a girlfriend. Quite happy with her, too. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm glad you asked, you know? Really nice of you to ask. We are gonna have to stop and get some trades going. We're simply gonna have to do that. That is a requirement of the Nuzlocke at this point. In fact, it's a rule of Nuzlocke. Number 7, trade. Rule number 1, craft a bed. Rule number 2, make sure it's orange. Rule number 3, stealing is pog. Rule number 4... What was rule number 4 again? Oh yeah, don't punch a polar bear. Rule number 5, don't frick around, don't find out. Rule number 6, one does not simply walk into the nether. And rule number 7, get good. Okay, just get good. Alright, get good. Rule number 7 is get good trading. As I said, trading was a top priority for me, and I continued to gather coal from every stony shore and mountain I came across. Well, a mesa biome. Mine shafts do spawn. Oh, mine shafts can have diamonds though, like in minecart chests. Is that worth gambling on? Thinking. This is the German Coast Guard. What are you thinking about? Yeah, mesas are, like, just, like, a place you go, like, once in your world to get, like, a whole bunch of terracotta, and then you just never go back. I reached yet another village, and this time I found myself climbing up a nearby peak in search of more coal, and even a few bonus emeralds for my trouble. Why do emeralds generate on the top of mountains anyway? Is that, like, a real thing? Do, like, emeralds just, like, generate up high? But the real reason I even bothered with the hill was for a ruined portal near the top. Okay, nuggies. That don't help. That nuggie does help. Also a lodestone, in case I need one. You know what I should have done? I should have grabbed a grindstone from one of the previous villages. That way I could have just turned any old villager into a weaponsmith. Do we walk back? Did we do that? Did we just walk back? Or did we just look for another blacksmith? Alright, I'm gonna go out to like 4,000 blocks on the Z coordinate there. And if I don't find a blacksmith, then so be it. We will figure out a new strategy. But if I do find a blacksmith, then we are popping off, baby. And so that's what I did. I continued out to roughly 4,000 on the Z coordinate, and lo and behold, another village. Oh, hey, desert village. Okay, alright, this might be our moment. This is a moment. Hey! Hey, Bales. Hey, Bales. Hey, Bales. We take some damage, it's fine. It's cool, it's sexy. Women love it when we take damage, actually. Fun fact. That's why you can't get a girlfriend. That's cool. You, what do you trade for? I'll come back to you. I need a potato trader. You, what do you trade for? I'll come back to you later. You, what do you trade for? Why does everyone only trade for wheat? Fortunately, with all the crops I'd been trading across all the different villages, I was able to make some serious emeralds, trading off my potatoes, beetroot, and crafting down my hay bales into wheat. Okay. So that's the max amount of hay bales we're going to be able to get. That'll give us some big trading once we find a wheat guy. Oh boy, do I know how to find a wheat guy. I know how to find a wheat guy. I know how to find a wheat guy. Hey! You gotta tell me not to find a wheat guy. Let's go. None of that was English. I got wheat. I got wheat for days. I got wheat out the wazoo. Alright? Trade me. Hit me up. Dap me up, brother. Nope. Yeah, I'm not done with you. You. What are you? You're an armor smith, right? I don't really need armor. Oh... No reason not to. No reason not to. Genuinely, zero reason not to. If I told you, hey, the best strategy for beating a crafting Nuzlocke is to trade with villagers, you would have said, nah, you're freaking weird. Oh, hey, speaking of weirdos, what about you? You're the beetroot guy. You're the pervert. All this for a sword, you know? But that's because, you know, this is all just part of rule number 7. Get good, trading. I just want to get rid of this wheat so I can go back to a previous village and get some good tools. You! 36, so be it. You drive a hard bargain, Matt. I was going to call you my friend, but actually, I hate you. With 39 emeralds in my pocket, the makings of a nether portal, and full iron armor, I knew it was time to move on from the overworld section of this challenge. All I was missing was a decent weapon. So I left the desert traders and finally turned back the way I'd came. So since we're on run number 7, this might be lucky number 7, and I might actually beat this. And if I beat it, here, I'll make a deal. If I beat this, you have to subscribe, okay? Let's go with that. You never know what's about to happen. Editor Hunter could just cut to a shot of me, like, killing the Ender Dragon right now. He's not going to, but he could. Ah, well, ignore that clip then. Who said that even came from this run? Minecraft is just one of those games where there's no wrong way to play it, and you know, that's what makes this challenge so fun, is it's something I've completely, entirely invented. There's been a couple of people who have tried it out. I've had people in comments be like, hey, I tried this out and it was really cool. Someone said they beat it in like an hour, and I'm like, dude, I can't even make it to the Nether in an hour. Holy crap. Like, props to that guy. Editor Hunter, put that comment on screen right now. Shout out to that guy for proving that I suck at the game. I should get back on Hermitcraft Season 9. The world, of course, not the actual Hermitcraft. I'm not actually a hermit, as much as I wish I was. I am not a hermit, sadly. Not yet. Not yet. One day. One day, Tango Tech is going to reach out and be like, hey, dude, I saw your video on Decked Out, and it made me really, really happy, and now I want you to be a hermit. And I will cry a little bit, and then I'll be like, yes, Tango Tech, I will do it. I will be a hermit. What were we talking about? Nearing the world spawn, I found myself once again at the village that started us off, and once again being chased by a polar bear. He's gonna chase me all the way back to this village. What did I say? Is it rule number 4? In spite of the circumstances, I found a duo of weaponsmith villagers, and, after a brief trading manipulation, managed to procure an iron sword with sharpness 2 and an iron sword with unbreaking and knockback. My initial plan was to combine the swords in an anvil, but I can't actually do that, can I? Because I'd have to find an emerald. Ah! With my manly screams echoing across the village at the sight of the bear, I resorted my things and decided that, yeah, I was probably close enough to the world spawn to make my portal and hope for the best. I lit the thing with a fire charge, gathered dirt for bridging, and entered the Minecraft hellscape. Alright. Swords up. We're going in. Red biome. Not bad. We're actually in an awful spot. Oh jeez, this is actually not that good. Though I was stuck on a high cliff without a sight of a fortress, I decided to try and make do with what I had. Dang it! What did I just say? What did I literally just say? I don't have a ranged weapon. Did he despawn? Talk to me, what you got? You got anything useful? Like my butt? How do you like that? You like that? You like what you're saying? Good, my girlfriend does too. Well, that was a waste of gold. Alright, we're out of dirt already. That's a great sign. We're breaking out the wood. That's a bastion. Not what I'm looking for. I need, actually, the other main structure. Oh, come on. I see it. I see it. I see exactly what we're looking for. Successfully wandering through a small nether waste, I did find the nether fortress, and knowing full well I'd need more blocks to make a good run at the structure, I quickly dug out a section of netherrack to get the materials I'd need. There's an old strategy, you see, that me and Avery invented it. It's not actually like me and Avery invented it, not in the slightest. It's very much just a classic nether fortress strategy. But, oh my gosh, 12-year-old Hunter and Avery, dude, we felt like the kings of Minecraft figuring out this thing. Oh. Oh, this is a great start. Wait. I'm not going down that easily. Nuh-uh. 1 blaze rod obtained. Because we can only have 16 ender pearls in the stack, which means you can only make 16 eyes of ender, which requires 16 blaze powder, and each blaze rod makes 2 blaze powder, right? I'm not going to craft it, I'm just looking. We only need 8 blaze rods. Okay, that's not bad. Now, here's where I made my first mistake, and it wasn't something in the math. What I'd done was grind up my pickaxe collecting netherrack. Now, I definitely needed the netherrack here for blocks, as you will shortly see, but that pickaxe turned out to be a lot more valuable than I expected later down the line. But enough foreshadowing. I entered the fortress once again and set to work decimating the blaze population and stealing their rods. This is the strategy. Bam, 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 bam. It is simple and effective. You just, every so often, you take your netherrack, you build up a little ring around the hallway. Now, you specifically want to have these little sides so that you have places to duck away from blaze bullets. And you want it to be 3 blocks tall, obviously for wither skeletons, so that they can't just wander through and snap your neck. Man, that's a lot of skeletons. Fetch! I knew he was coming. I knew he was coming. Another rod. Let's go. Another rod. Another rod. Ha ha ha! You thought you were jumping me? No, I'm jumping you. I'm getting jumped. Whew. That could have been tight. Could have been worse. Could have been better. I've got to be way high on blaze rods right now. 5. 5 out of the 8. We're doing great. That rhymed. Rule number 8, no rhyming. Whoop! I just blocked that piglin in. Sorry, buddy. This path is closed today. We are 7. I literally only need 1 more. I literally only need 1 more blaze. This was the area we actually basically came in from. Oh, well, piss and balls. Never mind. All right, you can have it back. I hate skeletons. Blaze, 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 Blaze. Who's your favorite Sonic character? Blaze. Ah, he's on me. He's on me. Okay, don't go into F5 mode. Rule number 8, don't go into F5 mode. Rule number 8, don't go into F5 mode. Ha ha ha, that reminds me of the other rules. Rule number 1, make a bed. Rule number 2, make sure it's orange. Rule number 3, steal. Okay, don't get greedy. Just kill this guy. Just kill this guy. We're done. We're done with the fortress. All right, next step is we need to get Eyes of Ender. Oh, I see you there. Oh, I made a mistake. I actually just made a mistake. Why are you on fire? Why are you here? I don't need you anymore. All right, I did not get an eye. Okay, we need to get out of here before something goes horribly wrong. And get out of there I certainly did. With my 8 blaze rods in tow and adrenaline pounding in my head, I followed my shoddy path back to the portal. As long as I don't get shot off this bridge now. Oh! Oh! Finally out of the nether, my momentum came to a screeching halt. See, the next step of the process was to get ender pearls. In my previous runs, I'd only reached this point once, and what I'd been forced to do was test nether portals like crazy in hopes of spawning in a warped forest. However, while I'd been on the hunt for that nether fortress, I had noticed a bastion. Anyone who knows Minecraft speedrunning knows that the fastest method of obtaining ender pearls is getting lucky with piglin trades. Or cheating on piglin. However, I had just broken my only pickaxe, which meant there was no way for me to mine the gold at all. Not nuggets in the nether, nor the blocks found in bastion structures. I couldn't craft an iron pickaxe since I'd already burned up the iron on the shield I was wearing, and I only had 2 diamonds, not enough for a pick. So I debated, cooking untraded potatoes inside the village while I considered my options. We need a pickaxe. We have to have a pickaxe. There's literally no other way. Well, there is another way, and that's go find... Okay. Option number 1, find a blue biome. That's going to be awful. Option number 2, walk around aimlessly and just hope we get lucky by killing endermen. That's also an awful move. Number 3, get a pickaxe, go to the bastion, trade for ender pearl. Trade and hope for ender pearls. Is there another option? I don't think there's another option. This took me quite a while, and I ended up back inside the nether, hoping I might get a burst of inspiration. I fought off a handful of endermen, only ending up with a single pearl, and I tried to make a path over to the bastion, but found the cliffs there to be too far apart to work with. I really wasted a lot of time here, so you'll have to forgive me for summarizing all of this, but between leaving the nether, finding another village, decimating a pillager outpost, I wasn't hardly getting anywhere. Ponder? It's the same god! I love this goat horn. I even ended up half considering starting a raid in the village, but instead, with no easy pickaxe options, I did what I do best. I ran away to try and steal things instead of dealing with my problems. There's a plains-ish looking biome up ahead, so that's a good start. Oh yeah, and I also found 2 dogs. Alright, well, you know what we gotta do now. You know, like, it's essential to the rule number 9. If you see a dog, tame it and name it. Tame it and name it. Oh, that was cute. That was cute. There we go. Welcome back to the party. Leela, I found you once again. And you, my good friend Joel. We'll keep you around because I like you and I miss that coworker. Leela and Joel, let's go. Let's go. Pa, 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 pa. Leela and Joel were dogs I'd tamed and named in past runs. Leela being the first and Joel being a survivor of that oh-so-close 5th run. You know, Leela, it's your fault I keep going on these, right? It's the inspiration that you give me. It's legitimately not an exaggeration to say that these dogs provided me a lot of motivation to keep moving forward with these Nuzlocke attempts. Leela and Joel, my 2 best friends. Just kidding, that's Riley and Dakota, but don't tell them I said that. So, whether it was the luck bestowed by these puppies or my own innate sense of direction, we soon found ourselves with yet another ruined portal to loot. Okay, I need you to teleport to this one without jumping onto any of the magma here. What did I just tell you? Gapples! Okay. It's all the useful we get out of this. Okay, yeah, the dogs have nothing to do with my luck, but honestly, the things that these Nuzlocke do to my brain are unexplainable. I reached yet another village, and, well, you know the song and dance by now. I loot the chests, hope for things I cannot obtain, and leave disappointed but loaded with bread. Just like every high school dance I ever went to. I am a wanderer, a nomad. I have no home nor attachments, other than Joel and Leela, my 2 beautiful dogs. Discouraged, I took a break from this attempt for a day or 2. I hung out with my girlfriend, played some Mario Party, started a Minecraft server, typical stuff. But I came back sometime later, re-energized, and with a plan of action to continue this challenge. And that plan was to keep doing the exact same thing as before. Alright, what were we doing? Oh yeah, we're Minecraft Nuzlocking. Hello Joel, hello Leela. Hello, Peter. Now look, in my defense, what could I really do? One way or another, I needed to get ender pearls, and I sure wasn't getting any just standing around in some village. It's a whole new day, and I still remember the rules. Rule number 1, make a bed. Rule number 2, make sure it's orange. Rule number 3, stealing his pog. Rule number 4, don't punch a polar bear. Rule number 5, don't frick around, don't find out. Rule number 6, one does not simply walk into the nether. Rule number 7, get good trading. Rule number 8, don't use F5. Rule number 9, find a dog, tame it, and name it. Let's go. I bet you guys forgot the rules already. It's a good thing I'm here to remind you, because as you might recall, rule number 1... Now, there were some problems with this strategy. I couldn't boat anywhere for fear of losing Joel and Leela somewhere behind me, and I didn't want to continue battling through the nether waste, so I decided sticking to land and getting as far out as I could was my best option. What followed was an entire solid hour of walking aimlessly, and, well, let me just show you how all of that went. Ah, a single tree. Awesome. Someday love will find you. Break those chains that bind you. Clearly I should not have gone off in this direction, but it's kind of just too late to take it back now. I've kind of committed to the bit, you know? Is there a ruined portal? A ruined portal would be perfect right about, I don't know, now. Where's my bed? Oh gosh, where did I leave my bed? No, is it in a bundle? Things just went from bad to worse. Where did I leave my bed last night? That's actually horrible, because we're in snowy biomes, and snowy biomes have those one skeletons that are just the devil to fight. Oh my gosh, it's literally rule number 1, get a bed. And make it orange, rule number 2. Hey, rule number 10, actually use F5 mode all the time, it's really useful. No, that's not a rule. Just amend rule number 8 to don't fight in F5. Yeah, don't fight in F5 mode, that's better. Rule number 8, don't fight in F5. Okay, now we desperately need to find a village or just get lucky and find some sheep. I'm so glad I picked up the bed instead of crafting it, though. Okay, we got the Enderman. I think we actually got a pearl out of that, too. No! Okay, pillager outpost. That thing can spawn wool, though. Wait, that might be the strategy. Oh, that's a witch! I see a tent, I see a tent, I see a tent. I'm also gonna get shot at by a lot of pillagers and skulky and whatever they're, skeleton boys. I have to sleep. That's #1 priority right now. Oh wait, dark oak. We haven't used dark oak to craft yet. Stop getting into fights! I can't protect you! Bed, 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 bed. Alright, dark oak and wool has now been used up into a bed crafting recipe. Okay, are we safe for the moment? Can I sleep? I can sleep. I can sleep. We slept. Okay, we just gotta get out of here. We just gotta move out of here as fast as possible right now. Having survived the nightmarish night, not too unlike our first attempt, I finally found a suitable direction to continue our travels in. That direction. That's the direction we're heading. Okay. We finally made it back to actual land. Having followed our land paths through a taiga, beach, and oak forest, I was doing my best to keep my dog's health up and myself from going insane. We're just gonna keep going. We're just gonna keep making that negative Z coordinate bigger and bigger, because, what else are you gonna do, you know? I see a village on the horizon. Again, I won't waste your time with another useless village, though I did make a quick buck reselling potatoes to a farmer villager. Other than that, this place did nothing for us. We are still pickaxe and the portal-less, so onward we go. What? There's a crib by the trees! Is he speaking Vietnamese? I've never seen monsters in the trees like this. That's why I usually stick to the trees in a dark forest, because monsters don't spawn up here. And I can't place my bed in leaves either. Wild. Minecraft is so unrealistic. I can't sleep in the leaves. We're not even doing badly. We're not doing badly. We're in fact in a really good position. We just need ender pearls. There's something I can do to make this faster, you know? It's not like I can, like, oh... okay. You know, I could chunk base it. But I don't know if I've ever explicitly sworn off chunk base, but I tend to not use chunk base. Technically, yeah, I guess I could chunk base it, and that would make things slightly easier, but I don't like the idea of using chunk base in my Nuzlocke. You know, in one of the older runs, I actually counted every village I went through. I think it's a good thing we haven't counted how many villages we found in this run, because, holy crap, we found a lot of them. Alright, another this is actually a nothing village. This has been virtually useless. Fun fact, this village was actually not entirely useless, and we will actually end up coming back here later. But for now, I kept wandering, and while wandering, here's where I started up America's favorite game show, Smash or Pass. Well, since we're gonna be here for a while, who wants to play some road trip games? Smash or Pass, Presidents of the United States. George Washington. Smash. Franklin Roosevelt? I don't know, Smash, maybe. No, Eleanor Roosevelt was the real president, let's be real here, Smash. Abraham Lincoln, pass, you know, too tall. I gotta be the tall one, right? James Monroe. I'm gonna have to give this guy a pass too. I don't know. I'm just like not into like people named James. Thomas Jefferson, pass. You all know that he had enough action, shall we say. He had enough smashing going on. I can trace my lineage back to Thomas Jefferson. Yeah, so can half the population. Teddy Roosevelt, smash, you know? He was just a, you know what, I don't even want to smash him. I actually just kind of want to give the guy a hug, you know? He seems like he'd be a really good hugger. I'm trying to think. Who else was US president? I'm missing a lot, I know I am. Let me think. Oh, John Adams. Smash. He's small. He's small enough. I can smash John Adams between my thighs. Andrew Jackson? There we go. That's a name. I don't know anything about Andrew Jackson. I cannot think about a single... Ulysses S. Grant. Oh, smash for that name alone. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about. I imagine that, like, the ladies, you know, back in the... Whenever the frick he was the president, you know? Oh, Ulysses. Grover Cleveland? Oh, you know I'm passing on Grover Cleveland. Who the heck is Grover Cleveland? William Howard Taft. Didn't that guy get shot? Wasn't there a president who just kind of just up and passed and just peaced out, you know, while he was the president? Also, obviously, I'm avoiding more recent presidents. You know, it's like historical figures, right? Smash or pass historical presidents. Let's see, what's the most, like, reasonable, like, recent president I can like, get to without it being like, oh, now I have to get controversial. Like Ronald Reagan, like that's too recent. And plus everyone's gonna say smash anyway. That guy was an actor. Dwight D. Eisenhower. Oh yes, the Eisenhower pass. I'm not a fan of the Eisenhower actually. I don't know. Don't ask me why. Mind you, there's no rhyme or reason to this. It's just, you know, purely preference, right? Richard Nixon. Oh yeah, big old dick. That's not a joke about him or his... That's just straight up what they called him. Also, that village had absolutely nothing. I spent the whole time talking about smashing former American presidents. It's Dwight D. Eisenhower's world, and we're all just living in it. Is this the stupidest game I've ever come up with? Yep, it is. Not as stupid as the Minecraft Crafting Nuzlocke, though. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over. No, the definition of insanity is doing a Minecraft Crafting Nuzlocke. That one person who commented saying they beat it in an hour, like... Great flex. Like, genuinely fantastic. I'm proud of you. How? Okay. Genuine shout out to Pizza Kraken 6214 because they provided some banger tips on my very first attempt at this challenge. I literally can't comprehend beating this challenge in just over an hour because at this point in the run, I was already at 3.5 hours. Minecraft speedrunners are just an entirely different species, I swear. Look, you know what? I'm leaving some bundles behind. We don't need this many bundles. Some of these have been really useful, and I will say that fully, but we don't need this many bundles. Any Eyes of Ender? No? And I ran. I ran so far away. I'm on fire. I'm on fire. I'm on fire. Kill that child. Thank you. Ruin portal. Hold up. Hold up. Let me cook. Wowee. That's a lot of gold. Oh, I don't know. There's like we have like a full spare set of armor here. Okay, that scared the crap out of me. Finally, a full hour into the day's recording, I had made some decent progress. This portal was fully actually repairable, assuming I removed a piece of crying obsidian from it with my bare hands. But I needed to make one last stop at a nearby village before beginning that process. It's not been good for me. How are you already in the house, Joel? Okay. Hi, Joel. Sir, I'm requesting you move the frick out of my way. We have a chance. We have a chance. We have a chance. We have a chance. Please, pretty please. Not ideal. I don't want to keep wandering for years. And years! Still without a pickaxe, I decided I was done wandering and returned to the ruined portal. Past experiences breaking obsidian by hand had gone poorly. I feel like the name of the game is patience, you know? No! But I was confident and hopeful. After spending 2 full days breaking the block, I finally placed the obsidian to open up the portal and stepped inside. I walk a lonely road, the only road that I have ever known. Don't know where it goes, but it's only me and I walk alone. Oh, we did it. All right, where is it? Foot and steel? Okay, I will return. Even if it's only in 5 minutes, because, well, man, I hope it's a blue biome. If I'm where I think... Oh, blue. Never mind. I'm not where I think I am. How do I get down? New plan. New plan. Going back. Going back. We found blue. We found blue. Returning to the overworld, I gathered sand. Sand, being a gravity block, would fall off the cliff I'd spawned on, allowing me to tower up from above and dig back down to reach the warped forest far below me. Aha! It's both safe and effective. And after reaching the blue home of the Enderman, I used up the warped wood planks craft and set up a 2-high bunker for myself. Just like a Karen with a camera pointed at them, these Endermen looked my way, screamed slurs, and charged me down. I need big blue balls right here. Oh, that's one. Wait, no, that was two. That was two because we have the one in here. I need ender pearls and I need them now. No, frick. Okay, don't get too close. Don't get too close. I got a couple. Hey, what are you doing? I was still very much intent on killing you. All right, we are definitely going to burn up the sharpness sword a bit quicker than I'd like, but I'm not too worried about the weaponry. I have several tools with me. I have 4 pearls. We're a fourth of the way there. Now, Endermen are especially glitchy in Bedrock. I'm sure no one is surprised by that sentence, but this made the process extra annoying. On Java, like, the second you look at them, they're angry. Like, that's great and all, but on Bedrock, you have to, like, stare them straight down, you know, give them a little once-over, and then they're like, oh, you looked at me. They tend to teleport away when damaged, and when they are set on fire, they teleport like crazy. Plus, when they stop burning, they will simply stop being aggravated and give up on attacking the player. Seriously, I look at them and they disappear. Like, what the frick? Plus, their pathfinding is crap, so they often walk into lava or fail to find the player who aggroed them. I'm just getting, like, no confirmed kills. Like, I'm just, like, I get, like, 8 hits on them, and then they teleport out of range, and then they, like, probably die off screen or something. All in all, this section was boring, and once again, I'm skipping ahead for your viewing convenience. If there's just ender pearls laying out here somewhere on the ground, I'm gonna be annoyed as heck, because I need the ender pearls. Not the ground, me! Oh my gosh, we did it. With all the sand, because sand is pog. Oh! Leela, Joel, I told you I'd make it. I told you I would! I told you I had it in me! I had done it. But after crafting up the key to the end portal, my celebration was short-lived. I began planning how best to locate the stronghold and came to a sudden, horrible realization. I've come to a realization. You see, we've got the 16 Eyes of Ender, and that's good and all. Which means we can find the stronghold. But the thing is how do we get to the stronghold? And what I mean by that is, well, we're gonna have to dig. We still don't have a pickaxe. We are pickaxeless. And I don't know what to do about that. There's 2 options, really. It boils down to 1, we go look for a pickaxe or the materials to make a new pickaxe, or 2, we craft a pickaxe. We can craft using gold or stone right now, but the second we do that, we burn up sticks and can't craft any more tools. We have 2 diamonds, which we could potentially craft into a sword if we find another pickaxe, or we can try and find a diamond to turn all of that into a pickaxe. At the moment, since we don't know where the stronghold is, and we don't know, maybe there is a slight chance that I can access it without having to dig, I think what I want to do is I want to follow these Eyes of Ender out. You might remember, we picked up this lodestone stuff quite a while ago. I'm going to go out. I'm going to find wherever the stronghold is. I'm going to look around, and I'm going to see if there's an open entrance without having to dig. And if there is, then that's great. But assuming there's not, and there's likely not going to be, we're going to place down a lodestone at wherever the stronghold is, and go from there. So, with a plan in place, I followed the Eyes of Ender back out into the world, giving me crippling anxiety every time I threw one. Please don't shatter, please don't shatter. Alright, no shatter. Okay, let's follow it for a little ways here. So JFK, smash or pass? Oh, it's pointing at an angle now. It was not pointing at this sharp of an angle. Oh, first breakage. Okay, we don't want to break too many of these, otherwise we'll end up in the same situation as last time, and I will cry a lot. Alright, who's gambling? Who's gambling? Who wants to bet that this village is the one that we're looking for? See, there's also another funny little Bedrock quirk when it comes to finding a stronghold. The grid system, which Minecraft Bedrock uses to generate structures, places villagers and strongholds in the exact same area like 9 out of 10 times. So, as I was following along with the Eyes of Ender here, I was also scanning the area for villages, as I had a pretty good chance that my target was hiding underneath one of them. Oh! Uh-oh, it is totally under this village. 100% it is under this village. Well, things just got very interesting. Alright, well, considering it's in a flippin' mountainside, that all but confirms that, we gotta go down. We're gonna be doing some digging. We're gonna place down a lodestone, compass it, there we go. Bada bing, bada boom. I am leaving you 2 here. After setting my things in the village, I briefly scanned a nearby cave for sign of the stronghold, but came up empty-handed and hurting. Nope, rule number 5, don't fuck around, don't find out. We live by the rules of the Nuzlocke, and we die by the rules of the Nuzlocke. Alright, baby? I'm not going down without a fight, and at the moment, I don't really want to fight. I left my dogs upstairs. So, I set off in a brand new direction. And to the surprise of absolutely no one, I was in hunt of one single structure. A blacksmith shop. I need a limit, because otherwise I'll just keep going in this direction forever, and then I'll be mad that I didn't set myself a limit. So, let's go with 8,000 on the X coordinate, and we turn back. With me, I'm coming. Wait, I'm coming with you. Oh! I very much almost jumped in that. Ooh, singing a Hadestown song. That's the road to Hadestown. That's the road to Hadestown. Hello. Ah! Just need a pickaxe. That's all I need. It's the name of the game, you know. Minecraft, mine and craft. I already can't craft much, so I might as well mine, right? At the moment, I can neither mine nor craft. Guys, I just realized my bed isn't orange. I'm a fake fan, but I already used the crafting recipe to make the bed orange. I'm breaking rule number 2. Make it orange. Fake Nuzlocker. Honestly, get a real job. I have a real job, and it sucks. That's why I want to do YouTube for a living. As you probably expect, I was getting a whole lot of nothing. A ruined portal with nothing, a long ocean with naught but a sign of a shipwreck, and useless islands dotting the horizon. Lovely. Oh, I know why we're losing. I haven't used my goat horn. There we go. Now we're gonna have good luck. But here, I'm reminded at the end of the day that this challenge is more like a puzzle. When you really think about it, this challenge isn't about being good at the game, it's about knowing how and where to find things that normally would be easy to grab. And puzzle solving takes time. It's a strategy, not a fight. It's a battle of wisdom, not a battle of strength or skill. And yeah, it also takes a lot of luck. But despite how tedious this process becomes, and how long it takes to make these videos happen, I hope that seeing the way these puzzles are solved is, at the very least, entertaining. And now that you've listened to me rant, let's take a look at what this village had in store for me. I don't even know what type of house that is down there. Oh, it's one of those. Not useful. Alright, well, I'm just gonna chill inside a church. Do you ever just take a nap inside church? If you answered yes, you should go repent for your sins. Wait. So you're telling me there's a chance that, my dear friends, is a smithing table. Smithing table is what allows a villager to become a toolsmith, and a toolsmith is the kind of villager that produces, you know, tools, like a pickaxe. Hold up, let him cook. 1 emerald stone pickaxe. You, sir, are a lifesaver. And there it was. Once again, the solution was to trade. 1 emerald for a stone pickaxe, and I had 5 emeralds remaining. You. 1, 2, 3, 4, screw it, 5. That's it. 5 stone pickaxes. That's exactly what we were looking for. Well, not exactly what we were looking for, but it's okay. I was sitting here thinking I needed just 1. No, of course. The answer's not quality, it's quantity. Multiple stone pickaxes. Why didn't I think of it myself? That's it. Sticks and diamonds are used up for a diamond sword. Okay. Take me home, Lodestone Compass. Take me home. Editor Hunter, just skip to the part where I make it to the village. Hello, doggos. Yes, Leela and Joel. I have not forgotten about you. Don't worry. Alright. Good job, Lodestone. Reunited with Joel and Leela, I thought my journey was over, but I quickly discovered how wrong I was. And we're set. Is this gonna be underwater? Oh my gosh, you do hate me. And that one broke. See, I knew the rough location of the stronghold and quickly tossed a couple eyes around with the intent to find a more precise location. This did not work at all. And that one broke. Okay, nope, I'm not risking it anymore. Okay, it's like right here. Okay, nope, we are done. We are done. I'm going down. To start, I dug a hole straight down on the shore of this lake, and I reached bedrock. Bedrock. Okay, well that's just freaking annoying. Duh! You're not my dog. That's a freaky looking dog. The second hole I dug in shallow water, not far from the first one, and once again, I had nothing to show. Oh! Are you kidding me? So I'm using a stone. Oh! You know what, that's just a sign of bad luck. I'm getting out of here. But this time, rather than pillaring entirely back up, I noticed cave noises nearby and dug into a wall, discovering a spaghetti cave just beside where I dug. Unfortunately, this cave went on for freaking ever and had absolutely no sign of a stronghold anywhere. Oh, well, there's a dungeon. That's pretty neat, I guess. Cool, so we found a dungeon. How about a stronghold? Stronghold, anybody, you know? I wandered around this place for about 20 minutes before throwing in the towel and finding a chasm out into the forest above. Alright, we found a way out. Which ain't such a bad thing. I thought I just saw a dog fall to its death. I was about to cry. Where are we? I wandered for another 10 minutes or so before giving up on the random wandering, and I literally pulled up the recording footage to check the coordinates to find the village that I was already at. I literally pulled up one of the... Okay. It's fine. You know, it's fine. Even when I'm winning, I'm still losing. You'll notice I'm narrating over the footage a lot more right now than I have been, and that is because 1, this video is getting long enough and I gotta start summarizing, otherwise it'll never end. And 2, I was getting pretty ornery with this challenge. Since collecting the ender pearls, it had been an hour and a half of aimless searching for a pickaxe, searching for the stronghold, and now just searching to find that stupid village. That was a wild cave. I should never have, I shouldn't have done that. I should have just stuck with the digging. Finally, back inside of where the eyes of Ender had led me, I went straight into the middle of the leak and dug down. Straight to bedrock. Because we're gonna find it, right? This is it. This is the one. We're gonna find it. Why can't I find it? But as they say, 35th time's the charm. I dug a new hole with my only remaining stone pickaxe, and finally, I found the freaking stronghold. Oh, thank goodness. But just when I thought my searching was over, I need the portal room, and I need it now. Can I just say, this is genuinely the worst part about getting to the end of the game. Winding through the stronghold, it's all monotonous stone bricks, random hallways jutting out to nowhere, no clear sense of direction. Eyes of Ender don't even help as I just phase vaguely through the walls, never to be seen again. This whole structure actually sucks ender pearls, and I'm tired of pretending it doesn't. And the mysterious light source, oh boy. Holy crap, how big is this stronghold? And there's 2 more staircases leading down. I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose it. We found it. I left my bed somewhere. I don't even remember doing that. That's cool. Before I do anything stupid, like accidentally throwing an Eye of Ender instead of putting it into the portal, like I just barely did. That's awesome. You know what we haven't crafted with yet? Cobblestone. We have not used cobblestone in crafting. And because of that, I can cook these potatoes. I'm a little bit stressed about doing this Ender Dragon fight, but also the Ender Dragon fight's not, like, ridiculously hard if you know what you're doing. This was it. This was the first time that I'd actually made it all the way to the stronghold and filled in the portal. I had just passed the 2-hour mark since collecting the ender pearls, and I was so ready to see this challenge finished. All that was left was to take down the final boss of Minecraft, the Ender Dragon. We got a lot of baked potatoes, we got 41 arrows, we got blocks galore, and a dream. Let's go in. They followed me. Okay. That's mildly terrifying. Alright. Stop moving around, dogs! Alright, let's just take care of these easy crystals first. Dude, there's no way! You actual jerk. I'm eating a golden apple right now, just for that. Oh, wait. This is bedrock! There are 9 rules to a Minecraft Crafting Nuzlocke. Number 1, make a bed. Absolutely not. Oh, shiz. Number 2, make it orange. I hate Minecraft strongholds. Number 3, stealing is pog. Yeah, you really want to do this? Let's do this then. Number 4, don't punch a polar bear. Are you kidding me? Where do you jerks even come from? Number 5, don't frick around, don't find out. Number 6, one does not simply walk into the nether. Okay, I have to have blocks. Number 7, get good trading. You know what? That'll do. Number 8, don't fight in F5 mode. No, hey, I wanted that block. Give it back. Number 9, find a dog, tame it, and name it. Joel, Leela, you're back! And if they didn't despawn, that means I have a chance. And you know, you'll notice that none of those rules say that death is the end of the run. It ain't much of a chance, but a chance is a chance. Get everything, and then get clear. No, 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 not happening. Freaking heck, I can't get out of here. That one went off, didn't it? Just playing it safe, we're playing it smart. Don't frick around, don't find out. Rule number 5, right? Okay. Dang it! Oh, come on! To explain what happened here, every time you enter the end, the spawn platform deletes any blocks in the 5x5 area 3 blocks above the obsidian. The intent is to prevent traps or soft blocks, but when pillaring off the platform, it makes it impossible to get back up, which is the mistake I made here. Instead of bridging out like a smart man would have done, I continued to pillar up from the middle using the blocks I stole from creeper explosions. Unfortunately, tragedies would continue at an insane rate every time I made progress against this dragon fight. And by tragedies, I'm not just talking about how many times I died over the course of the fight, but rather that somehow in the middle of all this chaos, I muted my mic by mistake. Which means, for the rest of this video, you're just gonna have to listen to my explanations. Aren't you so happy? Second, Joel was killed by the Ender Dragon. I didn't even have a chance to try and save him, so RIP Joel. But I didn't give up. I knew I was close. The crystals were all destroyed, and despite the fact that you can't hear me, I kept trying, kept pushing, and finally, the fighting paid off. And so, after a run of almost 7 hours, I had done it. I had completed the Minecraft Crafting Nuzlocke and killed the Ender Dragon with as few crafts as possible. And yet, I was not satisfied. Now, given my mic was muted, you can't hear how my victory monologue went, but I do remember stating that I wasn't too happy with how the run had ended. Between a dozen deaths in the end, hours of pointless walking, and many missed opportunities, I plan to return to this challenge. Not anytime soon, mind you. These final 2 attempts were mind-numbingly slow and painful to complete, but I'm not letting my PB sit at 7 hours forever. I want to come back. I want to beat it faster. I'd love to beat Pizza Kraken 6214 with their 1 hour time, though maybe that one is a bit unrealistic. And maybe I'd like to beat it without dying at all. It may not be against the rules, but Deathless would make the victory even more satisfying. Heck, maybe I'll even play it on Java next time. Who knows? But one thing is for sure. This Nuzlocke I came up with one day on a whim has been way more interesting and way more complicated than I could have ever expected. And I want to thank you all for bearing with me and enjoying the show. Please consider subscribing if you made it this far, and feel free to leave comments on suggestions, questions, or notes about this run, and I'll do my best to reply to every one of them. It may not be the ending I'd hoped for, but I can finally say that I, Hunter Yes Hunter No, have beaten the Crafting Nuzlocke. Thank you for watching, and good night.